Welcome to the Thrive Kitchen. When I think of Thrive foods, I think of nutrition. I think of taste. I think of health. I think of every day in my kitchen enjoying the convenience of delicious Thrive. This recipe, quinoa salad, is going to be one of those special ones to you and your family. It's going to give you the nutrition you need and the convenience that's going to make your life so much better. So, when it comes to quinoa, our Thrive quinoa is absolutely wonderful. I've cooked it many dozens of times, and it works every single time. A couple quick tricks to remember. You don't want to really cook this. You want to cook it kind of similar to rice, and that is that it's basically going to just cook and it's going to puff up, it's going to double in size. This quinoa overcooked can become mushy. Quinoa can also become sticky. So there's a couple things to remember when you're dealing with quinoa. Number one, I always rinse it before and after cooking unless I'm using it in a hot application. So rinse your quinoa first. Then just cook it at a simmer, and I usually will keep it uncovered, but you can use a lid. But just cook it at a simmer until the water evaporates. I found that 1 part of quinoa to 1.5 parts of liquid when cooking turns out just perfectly light, fluffy, and all the way cooked. So that's about all you need to remember. So wash, cook, rinse. So you can go ahead and put your quinoa after you've rinsed it right into a pan, and then you can go ahead and add your water right in there as well. I also add just a little bit of salt. Not a ton, but just a little bit of salt to help keep that wonderful quinoa flavor. Quinoa is an ancient grain. It's been around for a very long time. It is the mother of grains, containing all the essential, wonderful power punch vitamins, nutrients, and amino acids that no other grain has all of them like the quinoa. And at Thrive, we sell a great quinoa. So we hope you incorporate the quinoa into your everyday cooking. To make the dressing for this delicious salad, it's a couple wonderful ingredients. First one, we're going to use Dijon mustard. Now, an emulsified dressing, you're going to want to use an emulsifier. An emulsifier is going to come from an egg, and it can come from mustard. Those are the two main emulsifiers. In this salad dressing, we're going to use mustard. This is Dijon, which is so flavorful, so delicious. And we're going to add some capers right to the dressing as well. Some lemon juice. Some Thrive Chef's Choice All-Purpose Blend seasoning. Some dill. And we're going to add the olive oil right into the dressing as well. So everything is right in there. And this powerful, delicious, wonderful dressing is going to pop that quinoa, give it lots of flavor. All you got to do now is blend this baby up. Now you have a delicious dressing that's going to be poured right into that quinoa and these delicious vegetables for our quinoa salad. After your quinoa is cooked and absorbed the liquid, you have delicious, wonderful quinoa, and it's not sticking together. It's great. So for a salad, I'll always cool it down. But for hot, you would be ready to go ahead and eat that as you would desire, or put whatever flavorings or vegetables you would want in that during the cooking process. But because it's for a salad day, we're gonna rinse it again in cold water. Now that the quinoa has been rinsed the second time and is cool, and you can tell it just falls right apart. Deliciously prepared quinoa. This quinoa can last up to a week in the fridge so that you can enjoy it throughout the week for your lunches, your snacks, and even your dinners. So our dressing's done, our quinoa's done. Now it's time to be able to create a whole bunch of explosive Thrive flavors using some of our delicious Thrive freeze-dried vegetables. We're gonna get a pan, get it semi-warm. We're going to put the garlic in the pan with the olive oil. And we're literally just going to sweat that just a little bit. As the olive oil and garlic come together, they're going to infuse together, infuse their flavors. They're going to marry. It's going to be delicious. So now you have like this garlic oil ready to go in there. All right? Now we're gonna add some of the other vegetables. So we're gonna add carrots. We're gonna add our chopped chicken. We're gonna add freeze-dried broccoli, freeze-dried green beans, and freeze-dried mushrooms. We're gonna lightly toast these vegetables in that garlic olive oil. Dry. I haven't added a speck of water yet. That's gonna be dry. In addition, we're gonna add our seasonings. A little bit of dried thyme, a little bit of Thrive spice, Chef Choice All-Purpose Blend seasoning, a little bit of tarragon, and a little bit of peppercorn blend. And let those spices toast with that as well. So now all the toasting, all the flavorings coming together deliciously. It's soaked up that olive oil. Now we can go ahead and add water. This is where the reconstitution is going to come in. So now this water is going to grab onto all of that delicious flavor. And you got magnificent flavor. Okay, certainly last but not least, we're going to hit that with just a pinch of salt. Give that a little bit of flavoring there. And then we want to add some butternut squash to that as well. And the butternut squash is kind of big, especially for quinoa salad. So an easy way to get smaller pieces of freeze-dried, no problem. Put it in a baggie, pound it. Okay, free anger management right here. Just get yourself one of those, get yourself some freeze-dried and pound every day. I love it. Anger management. Now we're going to take the freeze-dried butternut squash that we've slightly broke down for a smaller size, and we're going to stir this in to this delicious vegetable mix as well. Okay, my heat is now off. The reason why I wanted to heat this is so that those flavors can really release into each other and into the mixture. Now we're going to mix this into the cold quinoa salad, and in addition to these vegetables we're going to mix in, we're going to add some Kalamata olives, we're going to add some artichokes, and we're going to add our dressing. So the dressing is in here, the artichokes, the Kalamata olives. This is a nice little Mediterranean twist on this quinoa salad. Now we take our vegetables, go right into the salad, and we'll literally just mix all this up. And that cold quinoa and cold dressing will help cool down those vegetables so that this mixes up to a delicious, easy salad. And of course, it's going to be delicious in about an hour after it's chilled completely. But like potato salad, I like to eat potato salad warm. So, and to be honest with you, I haven't had warm potato salad since I joined the Thrive Life team, because my potato salad now is simply add water and go, because we have freeze-dried potatoes. But warm salad is fine too. Nothing wrong with that. But this is a really simple, easy recipe. You can see that the dressing has coated it perfectly. There's enough dressing, enough sauce. There's wonderful Mediterranean flavored ingredients. This just makes an easy side dish to lunches, to lunch parties. This makes a nice little work snack when you need lunch at work. And you can see it makes a good amount for any size family or any size party. So we hope you enjoy this Thrive Mediterranean quinoa salad as much as we have making it. Now that is Thrive freeze-dried Parmesan cheese to finish that with a little bit of a garnish. And then of course, you can't go without some toasted pine nuts or pignolet. So enjoy the salad. Thanks for being here in the Thrive Kitchen. Mediterranean healthy quinoa salad to start your New Year's off right.
Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome into the beautiful Thrive Kitchen with our chef, Todd Leonard, with our favorite segment, hashtag
Ask Chef Todd.
And we've got a great question to start off the new year, and it comes via Facebook from our friend Martha Lacey Englehart.
Whoa.
And her question, are you ready? Drum roll, please. The question is, Chef Todd, I know the sauces are mother sauces, but what other sauces can I make them from?
Well, that's a glorious question.
Ask Chef Todd.
Ask Chef Todd. Well, thank you for that wonderful question. The question is, what can I make using the Thrive sauce line? So we have 4 sauces, 1 bechamel, 2 veloute, 3 tomato sauce, and 4 Espanol sauce. Each one has their significant and different characteristics to create your family favorites. Bechamel is a milk-based white sauce that you can turn in to pretty much any of your favorite white sauces. So Alfredo. What would you do to make this Alfredo? You're going to add Parmesan cheese and heavy cream. Now you have Alfredo. This is your base. Okay, is this delicious by itself?
So these are all bases
Absolutely.
of the sauce.
These are bases of whatever you wanted to create. Okay. So Alfredo sauce. Say you wanted to make pasta carbonara. You can use this, put an egg in it, some bacon, some Parmesan cheese. You have pasta carbonara. Say you want to make a Mornay sauce. Mornay sauce is Alfredo sauce, cream, Gruyere cheese, and butter. So all the classical sauces are your favorite sauces. Take this, add cheddar cheese to it, maybe a little bit of our cheese powder. Yep. You have a cheese sauce. Okay. So this can make tons of things. Not only can it make sauces, but it can make soups. So bechamel sauce can make a clam chowder. It can make the sausage gravy for your biscuits. It can make cream of broccoli soup with cheese. Okay. It can make potato leek soup. There's just all kinds of things. This is just your everyday go-to, I need white sauce. Your chicken veloute, now that is just, anybody heard of cream of chicken? Hello, it's right here in a can, powder form.
I live off cream of chicken.
Cream of chicken, right here. So this is your veloute sauce. This is gonna make your casseroles. This is gonna make chicken and rice. This is gonna make chicken gravy. If you didn't use it for Thanksgiving, start using it for Thanksgiving. This is your poultry chicken / gravy. Got some creamy notes to it, just like you would cream of chicken, but this is a great substitute.
Pronounce it again.
Veloute.
Veloute. I just like saying veloute.
Tomato sauce. We don't need to go further than that. This is a great sauce. I mean, how many of us eat spaghetti once a week? A lot. So we have red sauce and pasta quite a bit. This is your go-to. Just add water. It's got the herbs in it, the garlic in it, the onions in it, the seasonings, the tomato. Perfect every time. So this would not only make tomato sauce, but tomato soups, marinara, bolognese, all kinds of things.
Would you use this one for Mexican sauces?
You could. It is got an Italian,
twist
characteristic to it because it's got some basil and things in there, but you could add that. A spoonful here and there could make some great enchilada sauce, no problem. But the other way to use tomato in those types of sauces is use our tomato powder. Tomato powder is great for that aspect.
Beautiful.
Okay, last but certainly not least, our Espanol is the brown gravy. This is the beef flavored brown gravy that's the base for everything. So not only will it make good gravy, but it's gonna make good beef stew. It's gonna make good shepherd's pie. It's gonna make good beef pot pies. It's gonna just be the base sauce for all of your beef needs. Yep. It's just awesome. So what's Sunday dinner without Espanol sauce? So all of our sauces, Bart, are really legitimately universal in every aspect of white sauce, chicken gravy, brown gravy, and tomato sauce. Use it for every application that your family loves. Start using these sauces. Instantly it thickens. Instantly you have flavor. And it's very inexpensive way to start using these sauces.
Awesome. We love our sauces. We use the sauces quite a bit. We use them for gravy. I mean, possibilities are endless.
Endless.
With our sauces.
Endless. That's the Thrive life. That's the Thrive
Martha,
style.
that is a great question.
Thank
Chef
you.
Todd, thank you for addressing the mother sauces, the 4 sauces that we have.
Amen.
Great question. If you've got a question like Martha, want to get Chef Todd to answer it, get it featured here on Thrive It Up, and win a little goodie pack if Chef Todd uses your question. Get asking, but make sure you use that hashtag.
Ask Chef Todd.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next month.
Ciao. To up your health in your life, let's do a simple vegetable beef stir fry that's quick, easy, and very, very tasty. First, we're gonna start with brown rice. Nice, delicious, flavorful steamed brown rice. We're gonna have a nice warm pan, We're gonna put a little bit of butter in there and a little bit of garlic. Once you get that butter going around, you can hear the sizzle. You're gonna toast that garlic up nicely, and then we're gonna actually add our brown rice right into the butter. And you're gonna let that brown rice kind of get coated with the butter and that garlic and get all that seasoning and flavor right in the pan there. Once that brown rice is coming up, then we're gonna go ahead and add a little pinch of salt, a little peppercorn blend, a little Chef's Choice All-Purpose Blend seasoning. We're gonna add, that was 2 cups of rice to 2 cups of water. So for the instant rice, the Thrive instant rice, it's basically 1 part, 1 part. It's that easy. And then we're gonna add, just for a little kick, a little bit of rice vinegar, and now we're perfect. Okay? So the rice is cooking. We're gonna put the lid on that and bring that up. So again, that's the brown rice, that's the rice vinegar, that's some wonderful seasonings. We're gonna finish the rice with some freeze-dried green onions. So while that rice cooks, now you can start putting the stir fry together. We're first gonna take some water and reconstitute our beef slices. You can see how delicious, full body, nice pieces of meat. We're gonna just tumble that around just a little bit and get that started reconstituting and bringing that wonderful beef back to life, that fresh, perfect state. So now for the veggies, we're gonna take red bell peppers, butternut squash, green beans, sliced onions, Thrive spinach, Thrive peas, Thrive carrots, and a little bit of freeze-dried green onions again. So all those ingredients now are in the container. We're gonna take 3/4 a cup of water and pour it right over those vegetables. So it really doesn't need a lot of water to bring it back to its perfect state. The cool thing about freeze-dried is you can go on vacation, come back, you still have fresh food that's not rotten and you have to throw it away. So now, again, we're just lightly reconstituting these vegetables and allowing them to soak up that water. And when you're reconstituting, simply add just the right amount of water to slightly coat the vegetables, because you don't want to drain off any excess water. Any excess water I do have is going to go right into my sauce for my stir fry. So again, we have the beef, we have that. Now we're going to make the sauce. The sauce is very simple. We're going to put all the ingredients in a bowl and mix it up, and then just pour it right over the little wok frying. So we have soy sauce, water, we have Thrive cane sugar, some cornstarch. That'll help give it some body and some thickness. We have a little bit of hoisin sauce. That's going to give it some sweetness. That's going to give it some body. So this hoisin sauce is going to be really nice in there. And then we have a little bit of sherry cooking wine that we're going to add in there. And we're also going to grate in a little bit of fresh ginger. And we want about a tablespoon of fresh ginger to go right in there. And the ginger is going to really make it come alive, really give it some good spice. Ginger is very, very aromatic, very fragrant, and it really gives you that wonderful little Asian flavor. Okay, now I'm also going to grate in just a tiny bit of ginger into this beef. Okay, we also have a little bit of garlic. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic in with that beef too and get that marinated. Okay, now we're going to take all of our sauce ingredients, stir this up. And it's not a ton of sauce, it's just enough to coat it and give it a little bit of moisture as we saute, because remember, we're going to saute all these ingredients on high heat. The main thing is to get that caramelization and get that roasty, toasty flavor in the pan. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of the sauce, I'm going to go right over the beef with that, And that's gonna help marinate that. And that's one of our tricks of using Thrive freeze-dried foods, is really how do you use it? Well, it's really simple. At home, everyday use, this is how you cook. There's really no need for a cutting board or a knife anymore. All your stuff is ready to go, but you wanna make full flavor. So we took some of our sauce. Now we have some of that delicious sauce marinade in on that beef. What is that gonna give you? Flavor, flavor, flavor. And that's what Thrive does, is it just pops and booms in your kitchen, in your home, as you cook Thrive food on an everyday basis. Okay, let's check the rice. Rice is cooking nicely. Now remember, this rice is instant rice, so it doesn't take long to cook. You can actually have rice done in a matter of minutes. So it's come up to a boil. Everything is looking good there. I'm actually gonna just move that to the center while we get our pan hot and ready to go for the stir fry. Now allow your pan to get hot, because you gotta have the Thrive sizzle. And how can you have the Thrive sizzle without a hot pan? So just make sure your pan is hot. Next, after you've given your meat and your veggies ample time to reconstitute, there is gonna be a little excess liquid, no problem. Add that right back into your sauce. The sauce is gonna go in. It's gonna be the nice flavorful portion of this, and you really wanna get your meat kind of not dry again, but you don't want it to be totally wet or it's not gonna caramelize. So drain a little bit of that off. Now, take some sesame oil, roll it around your wok. You get that pan nice and hot. Add in the garlic. The oil is now nice and hot, and then go ahead and add in your beef. You can hear the sizzle and the crack of the pan. And that's what you want. You want to be able to hear that sizzle. That's the Thrive sizzle. That means flavor. Caramelization is flavor. That's the Thrive sizzle. Gotta love it, okay? You're gonna do the same thing to the veg. While that meat is cooking and browning, you're gonna do the same thing to the veg. Take any excess liquid right off the veg, which there really isn't much because it's reconstituted perfectly. So just a few drops. That's really how you wanna reconstitute. Now that this meat is going, you can start seeing a little bit of caramelization going in the pan. You still hear the sizzle. Everything's working nicely. This is wok frying Thrive style. Okay, so we have that. Put the veggies right in now. You can see the colors and the wonderful diversity of the vegetables. Now again, if I was to go to the grocery store and buy all these vegetables and have to chop them and prepare them, it would have costed me a grundle of money for one, a lot of time to prepare the vegetables, and this was just grab it, measure things out, put it right there. You could do this in the morning before you go to work and come home and dinner's pretty much ready. All you gotta do is put it in the pot, just like we're doing now. Okay? So you can see the great, delicious colors that are going on in the pan here. So that is a great little stir fry, no problem there. We're gonna season this with just a little bit of Chef's Choice All-Purpose Blend seasoning from our Thrive seasoning line. Now, once this has come together, you notice I kind of pushed everything to the sides because when you're wok frying, the heat goes up the sides of the pans. So make sure that you push the vegetables and all the good tasting, wonderful things to the side of that pan so you can continue to get the sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Now, take this wonderful juice, add it right into the pan. And now we just wait for just a second. And this is gonna come up to a simmer and it's gonna start to thicken. A little bit of that cornstarch is gonna start working. This is gonna start to thicken and create a really delicious, delectable sauce. Time to plate this bad boy up. So we have this delicious rice. Our stir fry is now done deliciously. Oh, baby, can't wait for that. But look how wonderful this rice turned out. Simple brown rice, cooked in a matter of minutes. I'm gonna fold in some of the freeze-dried green onions to give it a little bit more flavor and a little finish on the end there. And literally, the rice is so simple and so easy, you should be eating this all the time on a daily basis. So we're gonna put just a little bit of the rice right there on the center of the plate. And then we're gonna take a little bit of our stir fry, put right on top of that rice. Flavorful, delicious rice with this amazing stir fry. How could you go wrong? Feed your family, feed your friends. This is a simple and easy way to take Thrive foods to a whole nother level. You can simply garnish with maybe some fried bean thread noodles for a little extra pizzazz. Chef Todd, right here, Thrive Kitchen. Thank you so much. Eat Thrive every day.
Welcome everybody to a brand new year of Thrive It Up, which means this segment is the very first segment of the featured chef of 2016. And
2016!
this year, the first featured chef is Cindy Whitty. Congratulations,
Whitty.
Cindy. For those of you who don't know Cindy, she has been a part of the Thrive family since June of 2010.
6 years.
Long time, going on 6 years. She is a gold executive from Arvada, California. She is a member of the Founders Club. This is Cindy Whitty's recipe, which is
amazing.
Amazing.
Okay, so what is it? Sausage, spinach, and apple strata. It's
You
just
had me at sausage.
yes, but sausage and apples, you got that tart and that savory,
Goodness.
spicy love. It's just delicious. So this is a savory dish, but it's much like French toast. You actually soak the bread in a custard, mix all the things together, then you bake it off. So it's kind of like stuffing, but kind of like bread pudding, and it's savory all at the same time. This really is a nice dish. It's a casserole style dish. It's family style dish. And you can take this and go really any direction you want. You can put any flavors you want. It's the strata idea, using bread, usually leftover bread, making a custard, baking it off. But you can throw a whole bunch of Thrive in there and Thrivealize this strata however you want in your own home on an everyday basis. So remember.
Is there a lot of Thrive in this particular dish?
Absolutely. Sausage, spinach, apple, seasoning. Yep.
Beautiful.
It's delicious. Look at that nice, delicious Thrive freeze-dried Parmesan cheese on top of there.
Gosh.
Oh, baby. So it's very delicious, very nutritious, and very tasty. Cindy, you're amazing. You inspired me on this recipe because of the uniqueness of this recipe. Nice work. All of you have a chance to submit your recipes. I encourage you, as you're cooking at home on a daily basis, to utilize Thrive, capture those recipes, download them on our recipe website, and bada bing, bada bang, you could become the next monthly Recipe of the Month winner.
Yeah. And we've got quite the collection of recipes building up on our recipe site. It makes it harder and harder every single month for Chef to pick a winner. But Cindy, congratulations. And if you want to be like Cindy, follow Chef's instructions. Get those recipes submitted. Let this decision be as hard as possible for Chef. You want the decision to be tough. You don't want an easy decision.
Deciding what Thrive
You want
to choose
sleepless
is easy.
nights deciding these recipes.
No, this is delicious. Keep sending them because I want to try all of them. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate
We'll see you
you.
next month.